Stop making excuses and go travel the world. If you've always wanted to travel the world, or like me, you've always wanted to become a storyteller of some sort, a content creator, then this video is for you. This is why you shouldn't give yourself excuses and you should take action. I wish I heard these words, and this is made for my version of myself 7 years ago, that version that was just so afraid. So let's get started. This is a very emotional packed video. I'm gonna tell you how I changed my life and how taking action is what you really need. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna address are excuses. Excuses are your biggest enemy, and when I started dreaming about traveling the world, I used to dream about that when I was a kid, but after finishing college, I thought, this could be a good time to do so, but I'm pretty much broke. But you know what? What I didn't realize is that if I have done that right now, at my age, I would have regretted so much. I wouldn't have grown into the person I am today. I would have been stuck in that person that has those dreams but never realizes them. Since then, I've traveled all around the world. I've become a content creator, and I've made that my main source of income and my full-time job. So I'm gonna tell you what started it all. I was in the summer after finishing college. I went on this internship, and I remember spent the whole summer working on an office. The AC was just so intense that I was cold. I spent my summer in a hoodies, and it just didn't feel right. I knew it was time for me to explore out there. I knew I needed to solidify my creative identity, and for that I needed to know who I am. Traveling was that tool that would allow me to explore the world and get to see different realities, get to know myself out of my bubble. But I was just too afraid. I knew that was what I had to do, but I just didn't have enough money. It was not the right time. All of those excuses stopped me from doing that. But once I decided, if I wait more, I will grow miserably. I will maybe make money and maybe I'll be able to travel, but I'll have all of these responsibilities which I didn't have at that time. So make sure that money is not your main excuse, because money comes and goes, but it's the time to solidify your values and who you are as a person. And it's the time to travel the world with your backpack, go to hostels, go to night buses, and travel broke and uncomfortably. Because when you get older, you start wanting that comfort. You start wanting a room like this one I am at right now. I'm paying a little bit extra just for the comfort. So right now, I feel like if I would have started traveling at this moment, the challenges, the grind of it wouldn't have been as strong as it was back then. Now I started by backpacking, as I said, with my backpack, just going on hostels, and I use all of the tools, Skyscanner for flights to get super cheap flights. I made friends through Instagram, but nowadays there's so many apps and groups in Facebook and so many ways that you can connect with people. Now, one thing that you should have on all of these trips is internet. Staying connected is just so important, and especially if you're a first-time solo traveler, I would recommend you to have an eSIM. Now, today's sponsor is Olafly, and I've been using it for 2 years. They are super reliable. They have more than 200 destinations on their list, including regions. Right now, I'm traveling around Southeast Asia, so I'm using the Asia eSIM, which allows me to travel to countries like Iceland, South America, get an eSIM to stay connected, to not get lost, and not hassle also to find those plastic SIM cards. So my discount code is Fonsi Abroad. You can use it right here to get a discount on this very important tool for solo travelers and travelers in general that want to stay connected while traveling the world. And now I'm going back to my content creation story. I don't want this to be just about travel, but about just taking action in general. Now, when you are deciding to do one of those big things, one of those big steps in your life, one of the biggest blocks that you'll find is not being ready for it. And I have to tell you, if you let those feelings invade you, you're gonna procrastinate everything. You're gonna try to be perfect on everything that you do, and you're not gonna take action. Now, taking action is just crucial. I remember when I started doing videos, I edited my videos for months. A YouTube video right now takes me 3-4 days to edit. I even hire editors to help me because now I am in a different stage. But when I used to edit everything myself, I used to take so long to edit a single video. And you know what? It doesn't make that much of a difference. It's not gonna get 5 times more views just because you've spent 5 times more time. So make sure to put out that content, to get those tickets booked. Take that step, because the longer you wait to get that perfection, the more difficult it's gonna become. So do those things, take those actions, because starting is the most important thing to make your dreams come true. And one thing that I'm gonna tell you is, please don't compare yourself to others, because there's a lot of times when we see the life someone is having and we want to be from point A to point Y so fast, and we think we can do it, and we actually see it as something impossible. We see it as we want to have it now or we won't have it ever. And that is a trap, because you can't go from point A to point Y so fast. So I'm telling you guys, start doing the little steps, the little work, so that every day you become closer and closer to your goal, and don't expect everything to happen all at once. Nowadays, working remotely, it's not impossible. You just have to find something that allows you to travel, and internet is just such a great tool for that. So make sure to use your laptop and look for things that you can do as a freelance. You can do, design, you can do just anything, video editing, web developing, you can work on aircraft. There's so many fields which will allow you to either work remotely or have a job that involves traveling. And I actually did a video about how to be a digital nomad, or different ways of doing that. But whether you are just wanting to travel or you want to have this full full travel kind of lifestyle, again, don't wait for it, because this is the perfect time. This time that you're craving this is the time that you should start doing it. And yeah, just gather all of your resources, consider everything, be logical about it, but don't stress on clicking that booking and going out there, because this could be the start of your great journey. And yeah, I do videos about travel all the time. I share my travel stories, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you in the next adventure.